Whoa, guys, look at that! There's a huge underwater base here! Let's go check it out! Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Redstone map showcase here in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Today we are going to be taking a look at the ultimate underwater redstone base. So it's somewhere right over there, but before we get into it, let's see if we can take 1 second to crush that like button. I'll give you guys 3 seconds to do that. 1, 2, 2.5, and 3. There you go. You should have been able to hit that like button by now, but either way, let's go ahead and take a look at this hidden underwater redstone base. Okay, so I'm on my iPad this time. I know my last device was laggy, so I decided to change it up, and hopefully the quality is better, but either way, we need to come over here to this part of the island, and then on this side we have a little secret entrance. So let's go down over here before anyone sees us. Boop, there you go, and we go down our staircase towards our front door. So we're gonna go through several different layers here. This is obviously under the water, and then we continue along until we get to that sign which says underwater base. Then we step on that block, hit that button, and we get dropped down. How cool is that? Now we're here at the entrance of our underwater base. Okay, so what we're going to do is walk over these pressure plates. It's going to give us several items. At the front we have just some random paper, and then we have a god apple as well as some pie, and also this one seems to be empty. Okay, but either way, you can place anything in here that you like, but it's not really much to see there at the beginning. So let's continue down this tunnel, which is very nicely designed. We're going like under the water right now, really cool. And then we enter this room, which is sort of like a hub that takes us into 3 different spaces, one on the left, one on the right, and then one straight in front of us. And we're gonna take a look at the left first, so let's go towards that direction and see what's in here. So another cool tunnel, very nicely decorated. We have some lighting and whatnot, but over here we have ourselves a cool little decoration. This is actually not a redstone creation, but we could go ahead and click on those buttons to dispense 3 different items, and could use those items to smelt stuff in, or not smelt stuff, but brew stuff in the brewing stand. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty cool. We could open up these chests and grab some of the potions and whatnot that are in here, and sort of just have this as a stop before we get to the main house. So yeah, that's really cool. Also over here we have ourselves a working 3x3 door. As you guys can see, we hit that button and it basically opens up a huge tunnel, and these tunnels lead to a particular place. I'll get back to that in just a second, but let's go ahead and take a look at the room to the right hand side, which is very similar to this one. Okay, so we're gonna go over past all of these cobwebs and vines, then go into this room. Yet again, like I said, it's very similar. It's sort of like a mirrored image of the other side. And we continue over here and walk into our storage area. Now this is going to be a storage slash smelting area. We have a chest over here with a bunch of items in it, loads and loads of god apples. It's so cool. And then we have a similar decorative system as the other side where we had the brewing station. Basically, you just hit one of these buttons and it just dispenses that particular item into our furnaces. And for some reason it's sort of like not working properly, but you guys get the idea. It's sort of just mainly for decoration. Yet again, it's not a working redstone system. I would have really loved it to be like a working redstone system, but it still allows us to like filter or funnel items into our furnaces to cook. And as you guys can see, we just cooked some pork chops and some fish in there really quick. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And then on this side, once again, we have a 3x3 piston door. Now, yet again, this tunnel is going to lead to a specific spot on the map, and for some reason that got stuck there, but let's try that again. It's going to lead to a specific spot on the map, and I'll show you guys, how that works in just a second. Okay, so that's really not working. But let's go ahead and take a look at the final door in this room, and then you guys can get a good idea of what I am talking about. Okay, so this is the front door, and this is going to lead towards our very large farm. So check this out. We have a huge farm in this underground base. You'll never need to go outside for food again. We have loads and loads of wheat as well as potatoes and carrots, and just wow, it's really amazing. And then those little hallways on the right and left hand side is going to lead towards the little tunnels I was showing you guys a little bit earlier. So if you walk up to this one over here and then open up this door, doorway, you can see that is where our 3x3 door is located. And it's pretty much the same thing for the other side, so I really don't need to show you guys that, but take a look at this farm, guys. That is so huge, and it's really nice, and it saves you a lot of trouble if you're trying to build your own underwater base. But let's walk on forward here and take a look at this little storage area where you would keep all of your items that you get from the farm, and there is just some hay bales in there, as well as some of the chests are empty. But either way, you guys get the idea. It's a very nice farm. It would save you, yet again, a lot of time if you were trying to build your own underwater base. But either way, let's go towards the left and then take a look at the upstairs section of this building. We go through this doorway, and then on both sides we have the staircase, which takes us up to the second floor, and then we walk over this pressure plate, which is going to give us night vision. And yes, that looks just way better. And here is the main floor of our house or base. So check this out, guys. On top of each one of these houses in the middle, we have different types of terrain. So over here we have desert. On this side we have like a mushroom biome, and then we have a regular forest biome, and on this side we have a mesa or mesa. I'm not really sure what to call that, but you guys get the idea. It's just different biomes, and then we have different buildings connected up to each other, and I think this place just looks so cool. And then we also have it close to the surface, that way we get some light and stuff from the top. That way it makes it like less dark. But either way, let's continue exploring this area and see what all of these buildings has on the inside of them. So this first building is going to be a mining headquarters. As you guys can see, we have a minecart here, a minecart chest with some pickaxes and stuff on the wall to decorate the area, as well as some lovely ores. We got diamond and gold and iron, and also we have a chest filled with ores. This is going to be so cool if you want to download it and sort of play in survival mode, get a head start in the game. As well as we have different types of blocks. We have cobblestone, wood, sandstone, and our mossy cobblestone to get you started there. But yeah, let's go ahead and exit through the other side. And then we could go ahead and take a look at the next building. These are all like sort of built in the same way, except this one is going to be a seeds headquarters. I'm not really sure, but you go ahead and hit that button. It pops out some seeds. Pretty awesome little decorative area. And then we have some chests over here filled with different types of food, as well as flowers and random items. Oh gosh, there's a chest full of god apples, golden apples, and regular apples. So a chest full of apples. Okay, so in this building we have an armor headquarters, and this is actually pretty cool. We could go ahead and select the armor that we want by basically clicking on that button. Then it goes down into hoppers, and then we step on this pressure plate here to get those items in our inventory. So yeah, that's basically that. And I'm in creative mode, so it's really not showing it properly, but yeah, that's pretty much that. We have our helmet there, and then we have all the other item pieces. And you guys get the idea. You would just, you know, click on that button. It filters it down into our hoppers, and then our hoppers filters it into that dropper. And there's a bunch of items in there. That's why it's like dispensing a whole bunch of random stuff. But either way, that is our armor headquarters, and we have chests filled with dye, as well as other items. Let's see what that chest back there is filled with. Oh gosh, there's a lot of armor in there, as well as a lot of ore. There's so many diamonds. I'm gonna take a bunch of these. There you go. I'm gonna take like 8 or 9 of them, and hopefully no one notices. But we also have a crafting table at the center, which is pretty cool. So you basically get the idea. It's like each little section has its own theme, and on this end we have ourselves a farm. It's like a mini farm. It's a netherwood farm, and this is another decoration. There's not really much going on here, so let's go ahead and take a look at other sections of the room. At the very back we have an enchantment area. We could go ahead and access this enchantment area and place down our diamond sword, enchanted up to 13 levels with sharpness 2. That's not bad. And then we could, you know, equip this. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves that enchanted sword. That's so cool, with knockback 1 as well as sharpness 2. And this is pretty much how it looks back here. Pretty interesting. And then we have some more items in these chests on the side. A lot of lapis and bottles of enchantments, as well as a lot of armor and more bottle of XP. But yeah, let's go back towards the middle. At the very center, we have a working fountain. We hit that button to turn it on, and once it turns on, it's basically becomes a fountain, and then we can hit the button to turn it back off. So there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we could walk towards the back. And by the way, you could use these ladders to get to the top, you know, sections of our buildings. But we walk all the way to the back, and then hit this button on the wall, and it should open up a secret room. And this room is actually going to be where our house and bed is actually located. So it's like a bedroom, and we have to put out the fire, then walk over it, And once we do that, we could go into the room, come to the right hand side, then hit that button and it closes that jet door. So yeah, it's a pretty cool hidden area. And then inside our room, we have ourselves a bed, we have a brewing stand, as well as a crafting table, a furnace, and then just some other decorations, including a nether portal hidden inside of the closet. That is so cool. And you might actually have some zombie pigments coming through in the night, so that's actually pretty scary. I would not want to sleep next to a nether portal. Okay, so we hit that button to open up the doorway. Oops, I hit the chest, but yeah, I hit that button to open up the doorway. Then you walk out, and once you walk out, you grab yourselves a flint and steel, reignite that piece of netherrack there, and then hit that button, and then it's like a regular fireplace. So unfortunately, it's not like a fully working redstone creation, but hopefully we get some better maps submitted to us in the future. If you have your own MCPE maps that you would like to submit, or any other Minecraft PC maps, you could do that in the description box down below at mindfreak.net/submit. But either way, we have exits on both ends, and like I said, they're basically just going to be doors that hold back the water, and then you could basically just swim to the top. So we're gonna use fly mode here to fly all the way up, and it's raining. So anyways, that is pretty much our underwater base, and you can even see the base itself from the top, which is just so cool.